Okay.
Okay, the magic doesn't work on my hand again. It's always not with me. But of course, Grog is gonna get banned there by the Prime.
Yeah, I think Grog is definitely go-to ban, but I don't think you ban it on if you got your first pick, because Grog is such a very strong first pick for the Prime, but they ban it themselves, so I think they're gonna open with something else, probably with their Cho or Kaya. But for me, if you can pick the Grog for yourself, you're definitely not gonna ban it on your first phase.
So they actually doesn't want the Grog to go.
Yeah, I think it's very weird. But maybe because usually if you see the previous series and everything, actually some of the teams doesn't prefer Grog for their first pick and they pick either Cho or Kaya for it. But for me, if you get a Grog, you definitely control the game very fast because like this is the only tank in Mobile Legends that can actually control the early pace of the game with only himself. Yeah. Of course, they're gonna pick Cho for it if SFI not gonna ban the Cho. And for them, they're gonna pick probably a Kaya and a Cloud or a Lunox for this, because this is like the very direct counter of the Cho. And with a Cloud, you can actually very hard to get caught with the Way of the Dragon. But they pick something else. They pick Question.
They just want to choose the hairdresser, hairdresser for this one. But of course, the Prime, they could pick another tank or an initiator to help it, like Akai would be nice. But maybe
yeah, I'm thinking same. I'm thinking about like an Akai Selena combo is also very good. Or other than that, maybe you can pick either the Lunox or the Cloud first.
Or they could choose Hellcurt or Martis.
No, the Hellcurt is banned.
True. Missed that, but Akai, as expected, Akai and also Selena is gonna get picked for the Prime, and Tamus without no further waiting time.
Yeah,
they
of course.
Just like
you got two melee heroes. You got Tamus for sure, and the Prime doesn't even pick their fighter yet, which definitely gonna be a melee heroes. So Tamus is definitely a great pick here for the Prime. They're probably gonna try to ban the others like burst heroes for SFI. Either maybe the Lunox probably is the biggest threat here for the Prime. And for SMI themselves, they're gonna ban the card for it. Yeah, for SFI. Actually, the Prime is also lacking the same thing. It's lacking the burst damage for it. Like, okay, of course, SFI got Gusion, but I think Gusion is gonna be handled very quickly here with a Char, Akai, and Selena combo.
But I think if they choose Aldous, it will be nice too. The Prime, because they can actually lock down the Gusion and also the Thomas later on. But okay, they're banning Leonward instead. But we're gonna see what SFI is gonna choose. I'm
probably gonna be a mage first, maybe something like Harley, so he not gonna get caught very easily. Or a Minotaur.
Minotaur. Okay, Minotaur is good too because they could combo it with Kaya later on.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't actually know that the Prime is gonna pick a marksman or not, because like for me, Minotaur is something that you want to open if you know that the Prime is gonna play defensively, because like with the Minion Fury and the jump, it's actually pretty easy to open. But I think the Prime is gonna go to the direction with Shadow picked on the Kari now. And a Gord. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Prime actually picked Gord a lot more than any other teams that actually people just start banning Gord against him on the first phase actually. Like we
what?
Don't, yeah, because like
is he like a top global?
I think so. And actually, I talked with the Prime about it. Why you pick Gore over like a Lunox who actually open now? It's actually counter Lunox for them because like the ball with the sun, it's actually very good to lock down the enemy, and the laser is just like way further than the Lunox itself. And SFI knows that, and they're gonna pick with two assassins here, Gusion and Hayabusa. But I don't think this is gonna be a very good draft for SFI because of course they're known for their like a long-term game, and I think this is gonna be that draft. But I think the Prime draft is definitely more scarier than SFI.
Yeah, I'm with you with that one, especially with Selena Akai combo.
Yeah.
And later on there's gonna be Gord with the damage again. But Then again, they have to think about if the SFI bought the Athena shield to counter all that magical damage, it's gonna be quite a disaster.
And it's also depending on the Tamus laning stage, I think. If the Tamus get a good early game, maybe he can open the space more for SFI and let the Hayabusa and Gashen to farm more in this game.
It's very situational for both.
Yeah, I think it's very situational, but it's very easy to get the situational of winning from the Prime set rather than the SFI set.
Yeah, true. But of course, we're gonna start the first game between the Prime and also the SFI Critical, and we're gonna hop into it on the screen right now. See you. And let's jump right into it. This is the first game between the Prime and also SFI Critical. Already from the beginning, Slurp is getting a lot of damage from Wong Coco. I think it's the name of a drink actually.
Yeah, it's something like Anata the Coco things, but I think the Prime here, they're definitely very comfortable with their picks. Like Akari can skill a lot into late games, so they don't scare if like SFI wants to take these to late games. And we remember like all the Demon Hunter Sword, Minotaur and Kaya not gonna do anything against Akari. If they can get a Divine Judgment, then there's still a lot of cover with the Selena Arrow or the Akai with the Hurricane Dance crowd control.
And of course, we're seeing a lot of similar positioning from both ends. The Prime with 3 people on top, and SFI with 3 people on bottom lane just now.
But I think it's easier for the Prime to actually just pressure the top lane more than the bottom lane, because maybe like Gashen, of course, is gonna free farm these 2 lanes, and the arrow perfectly connected, but Doyok is gonna get first blood very easily here by the Prime. Oh wow, I didn't think that actually gonna get you kills, because I see like all of them still level 3, but Clover hits the level 4 pretty easy there, and he got the first pretty good. Kuyang here is just gonna look for his level 4, and Kiki is already opening to check if the Ipin Tamus is still there or not.
And the Prime is playing really objectively right now. They already the tier 3 turret is already half the health.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see how things gonna play out. But looking really good, and they already have a 400 gold difference as an advantage for the Prime. And at the same time, SFI is just gonna initiate for the turtle. Their first turtle with it's gonna reset there.
Yeah, but the bomb is here. Ramzu is gonna get focus on. Thankfully, he can flicker away. Joker trying to open the way for his team to run away. Joker is gonna die or not. Kaiki actually is the one who's dying with Doyok dive here. With Ramzu, of course, they have the damage and they have the tank from Wong Coco, but Luminaire got his first blood and actually double kill for him. So it's gonna be a turtle for the Prime, of course. Actually, if I think SFI is still trying to contest this, I think they have the power to do so, but one Abyssal Arrow to SFI and they're gonna lose a lot more. Oh, the turtle actually stolen by Ipin here.
Really nice steal with that retribution.
But the arrow hits, are they gonna open?
Nah. It's still, Ipin is still under the turret. It's too much of a commitment if they go. But of course, nice steal from SFI Critical. Really good. And of course, Ipin just hopping into the bot lane for that gold buff. Gotta be really good, especially if he wants to go and compete as the main damage dealer for the objective-wise together with Hayabusa.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Ipin need to have a good early game, and that steal to the turtle is actually a good start for SFI. They actually can pressure more on the bottom lane while the Prime trying to get their own turret. Oh, the stun got to the Joker, but I don't think they're gonna open on that because it's still a tank. The other arrows gonna hit again, but Minotaur can jump away here. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that snowball.
Yeah, missed that Abyssal Arrow. He doesn't want to get caught again by the Abyssal Arrow. Ipin 1 versus 1 with Kiki, but still a little bit of damage there as Kiki is the tank.
Yeah, for him, he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't need to kill the Cho, but he just need him to stay there, because if not, you're gonna lose your turret for sure.
Definitely. And right now, Doyo and also Ramzo is just gonna focus on getting this first objective for SFI critical here, and definitely getting that Abyssal Arrow hitting Minotaur, and a lot of damage. Akai using that Hurricane that's trying to push it away and smashing it into the wall there. Really nice combo wombo from Selena as well. Oh, Wong Coco wasn't able to pull Luminar out from the turret, and they have to disengage.
Yeah, but that's only a normal kill for the Prime. They don't get really any objective on it. Okay, at the bottom, the God actually got a turret out of it, but Ipin is they gonna still try to open to this. Oh, with the lasers! Ipin still can run away, and Kiki actually can return home safely too. So for the Prime, they're actually winning the trade game here. They get a lot more and a kill more with the Hayabusa dying on top. And Joker, he's trying to contest the second one. Can they actually stole the second one with Ipin actually but still downstairs? And oh, it's too late.
And that Abyssal Arrow wasn't actually aiming to, I think it was aiming to Akai, but there was no one there.
I think the Kaya is still near there. Maybe he see a glimmer of it, and Kiki actually just farming bottom lane. So this pressure that Ipin put doesn't actually translate to objective for SFI. They just playing this very like defensively.
Definitely. And right now SFI critical is just doing okay despite having a 4 kill difference with the Prime. But look at that 1k gold difference. Looking into 6 minutes, it's good. I mean, they're doing a lot of like creep farming. On all of the lanes here, but Ipin already got that endless battle, gonna be good for that cooldown reduction. But still, Slurp, Luminaire, and also Clover is just Abyssal
nice
arrow hitting Gashen here, a half third and mega kill for
nice
Selena.
One, Clover, but Wongkoko is gonna get the Divine Judgment. Ramzu too scared to open because there's like 4 heroes there, so SFI needs to run away. The ball's gonna change. One stun again to Joker. Can they actually end this with the laser? They can. It's double kill, and they're actually gonna threaten the Nexus now with the inhibitor already half HP. Second. Oh my god, this is a big win for the Prime. SFI, they can still do the split push at bottom lane, but Ipin doesn't have enough damage for now.
But that Mystic Gush is just a lot of damage. The beam, oh my god. I mean, it's really pushing them to all the way to the base, and then they can't really do anything. And look at that, we're still at minute 7, and we got the turtles coming up in 5 seconds. And most probably the Prime will try to take that turtle.
Arrow again?
Arrow actually hitting the Gushen there, and they have to disengage now. Don't want to get too hefty on that. With that note being said, Ramzo already got the endless battle, and now Team the Prime is gonna initiate that turtle, and using that Mystic Gush, getting that turtle. The Gord, when they have like the best cooldown reduction, he could actually spam like every 20 seconds.
Yeah, so this is like a very fast-paced game that we talked about from the Prime, and SFI, even though they're losing only by 2k, but it feels a lot more because like you're losing the third inhibitor turret at the top lane, and now it's only 90 seconds away from the Lord. I don't see like SFI can drag this any longer. They need to actually steal the Lord if they can to actually prolong the game, because the Gashen and Hayabusa is nowhere near enough to kill the backline like the Luminaire carry here.
Especially with Doyok, he actually died 3 times without killing anyone. You didn't expect that from a Gushen player, especially on the professional league. And then with that flicker, doesn't hit anyone with that Zekundo.
Yeah,
Quite a shame. But that's another 120 seconds of cooldown. But of course, carry.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They just want to take the turret right now. And I don't think SFI have the tools to actually defend, and the arrow gonna hit the Wongkoko here. All the Kamehameha damage, kill the Kaya pretty easily, and SFI needs to run away. So this is like the bad thing about SFI. Oh my god, the stun now hit Doyok. Doyok can actually still run away there, but they're gonna threaten another inhibitor turret here. even though there's no Akai near the area for the Prime.
And Prime is just winning by the landslide here with 4k gold difference in the 10th minute, and then 10 kills for the Prime and a mere 2 kills for SFI critical. I'm not quite sure about
Oh my god, Doyok! Bye-bye! Bye-bye, Gushan! You not have enough life for that. Kiki is actually opening to the third inhibitor turret, but I think he's mistaking where his base is. And he's gonna surrender his life pretty much with nothing.
And that is really beautiful with that Mystic Projectile and also the Abyssal Arrow hitting
Arrow
Doyok
again?
there. Oh, Arrow. Doesn't hit anyone.
It's definitely gonna be about the Arrow Slurp, gonna die here, but I think the Prime still have enough damage to kill the Joker. And yeah, they're gonna threat a tank with a tank, but they actually still got the objective. The inhibitor threat is what's important for the Prime. And yeah, what I want to talk about SFI is actually, okay, they want to prolong the game, they want to make this a late game battle, but they're actually just defending, they're not actually split pushing, or they're actually trading towers or things like that. So they're actually just gonna play with a comeback strategy. They're not actually trading anything. That's why the gold lead is getting bigger and bigger.
And now Ancient Kura's Wong Kokori got it, and that's gonna be really good for his tanking abilities.
Yeah, SFI is gonna to be very careful here, and the Prime actually have the time to actually get a Lord. And if SFI wants to contest that Lord, it's gonna be a big opening for the Prime because they're all out from their base, and with all the minion creeps here, it's very easy to get into the base now. The Prime is actually don't care. Oh, Luminaire got Divine Judgment here. He's in a very bad place, and I think he's gonna get Dysons, but Luminaire still hanging on. Actually, SFI doesn't have enough damage. Hayabusa and Gushan is not there to actually burst Luminaire, so he's gonna return home very safely here.
And
Arrow?
Another
Doyok.
arrow goes to the Gushan, and then Selena is gonna rush at Jikundo, Way of the Dragon, hitting Ipin, and he's gonna go down by the Akai there. Oh, really nice combo wombo there. Oh my god, the damage. I wasn't expecting a lot of damage from all of them, but they just go and went in.
It's Kuyang Kamehameha, man. It's
Kamehameha.
it's like you need to be very careful because like the long range is actually like you cannot go to the gourd to actually cancel it, or actually just killing it very quickly. So this is like the biggest problem for SFI. If they cannot control the gourd, they're actually gonna get a very high damage like every 30 seconds, like you say.
And of course, Luminaire already got that Thunder Belt. Gonna be good for that mana regeneration for all of her skills there. Abyssal Arrow doesn't hit anyone. Wonkoko almost hitting by that projectile. Have to retreat back and also disengage here. You don't want to get caught. But
yeah, they're just gonna need to wait until the Lord is coming, and I think SFI needs to have a lot of time to actually kill the Lord, and this is gonna be the Prime. Clover is actually got caught with the Divine Judgment where he cannot kill them once again, and the Gourd with the Blast is actually killing, and the Nexus is in trouble for SFI. They have the Minion Fury, but I don't think it's gonna last long. Ipin actually cannot hold on with the damage from Luminaire here, and the Lord still have HP. Clover gonna end the game for the Prime. They're gonna win 1-0.
wow, the Prime is just winning by the landslide there. Very aggressive play.
Yeah, because I think like when I see the draft at the first time, that's why I'm picking the Prime. It's like it's very easy for them to actually dive the towers, while for SFI, of course, they have Gushan, they have Hayabusa. Maybe they can split push a little bit, but rather than a hero like Harley that actually can move pretty fast, rather than Hayabusa and Gushan, it's actually pretty hard for them to actually treat towers like we want to in this game. If for SFI, I think if they want to win, they need to actually split towers, like trade the towers.
Yeah, that is very correct. And of course, look at that analytics from the game that we have watched. I mean, look at Joker, Ipin, and
I think
also
Ipin
Doyo.
actually do a good job here. If you can see, he actually, if you remember, like the early game, he 2v1 against bottom lane, but of course, in the end, he gonna get killed. But for the Prime, it's all about giving Kuyang a safe space along with Clover. 505, 404, 4011 actually. So all the 3 cores that never die. It's all the 2 tanks only. So it's very, very bad for SFI. They cannot prolong the farm from the 3 cores, and Kuyang, every time he used his ultimate, everybody just died. Even Ipin there or Joker. Like Wong Koko also there, like they have a 3 very, very tanky. Like even Ipin, I don't think he make damage, he make like a very tanky build. But he still died.
But of course, we have to see whether